Sauce here. This is a video lesson, circle circumference. I'm going to define circumference right away. A circle's circumference is the distance around the circle. If we started at a point on a circle, the circumference would be the distance that we'd have to travel to go all the way around the circle to our starting point. It's like a perimeter of a shape. But we have a special word for it because perimeter of a shape is the distance around the shape, which is the sum of the shape's sides. And the sides of a shape are straight lines. A circle doesn't have sides. A circle is not made of straight lines. So a circumference has a slightly different definition, and that's why we have a different word for it. But the circle's circumference is like the circle's perimeter. From a previous lesson, we know that if we had the measure of the circle's diameter, which is the distance across the circle through the center, then that diameter can wrap around the circle a little bit more than 3 times. We get this special number that we call pi to be the exact number of times that the diameter of every circle will wrap around that circle. It's approximately 3.14159, and it's a decimal that doesn't end, it keeps going. The circumference of a circle has a formula that uses that special number pi. C for circumference is equal to the special number pi times its diameter. We can point to this variable c. It stands for the circumference. We can point to this this variable d. It's the diameter. And pi is that special number, the number of times that the diameter wraps around the circumference, and it's approximately equal to 3.142. This approximation for pi has been rounded to the nearest thousandth. Rounding to the nearest thousandth is generally a good idea for approximations. Sometimes when calculating the circle's circumference, you'll start with a radius instead of a diameter. The radius of a circle is the distance between the center and any point on the circle's edge. So it might be useful to remind us in our notes here that the diameter of a circle is equal to 2 times the radius of the circle. We can think of the diameter, the distance across the circle through the center, as the sum of 2 radius distances. So let's calculate the circumference of this circle. We would need a measure for the diameter if we were to do that. So let's say the diameter is 10. Using the formula, the circumference of this circle is circumference equals pi times the diameter. In this circle, the circumference is pi times the diameter length of 10. And if we are going to approximate circumference, then we would convert pi to 3.142 and then multiply by 10. Or in this case, the circumference is approximately equal to 31.42.